Couldn't walk a mile in these Air Maxes. From the streets where a murder is a scare tactic. We bear ratchets for enemies trying to flare at us. You hesitating, you die, best be prepared at it. It's automatic, but it's just another day of life. Whatever dues I had to pay them twice. But I ain't tripping, it's part of the mission. Struggle gave a nigga vision, bring the shit to fruition.
Yep. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. We are back. The Hidden Podcast is back in full effect. It has been a while. It has been a while since we've had the podcast, but we are back. We're here to stay. So make sure that y'all schedule us in as long as football season is here, man. 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. That little sweet spot in between the afternoon game and the evening game, we're going to get this Hidden Podcast cracking. Now, once football season over, we're going to adjust the time a little bit. But for right now, that's how we're going to rock out, man. Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, listening. Appreciate all the love that I've been getting for the previous streams that I've been doing. Definitely want to say I appreciate it. Share that out there. And yeah, man, we about to go ahead and cook up today. Definitely have some things that I want to talk about, some things that I want to cover and go over. Yeah, man. And also, man, we definitely will, this is the first time being back. We will definitely put the link out there towards the end of the show. If y'all want to pull up, say a few words, I'll definitely allow that. But we here, man. Hidden Podcast, man. We outside, and first and foremost, let me just go ahead and get this out the way so we don't have to discuss this anymore, man. I've been getting a lot of feedback from the video I put out there yesterday, man. And all I can say in terms of that Vegas narrative is you see exactly what that shit done did, right? And got y'all talking, got y'all questioning, well, what is this hate narrative? And what do you mean hate, man? Who hating and who don't? Man, listen. All I know is where there's smoke, there's fire, goddammit. And I have it on good authority that the narrative was unpacked in the proper way. So all I can say is be tuned in, because that's not going to be the last time I do a style video like that where I start breaking down and unpacking these narratives. Let's Unpack That is definitely going to be that content where we talk about whatever is going on. We ain't going to duck no topics. We're going to cook up how it needs to be cooked up. You know what I'm saying? But enough of that. We'll get to that another time, man. Salute and shout out to that. If y'all need to hear what I'm talking about, man, I talk about the Vegas or West Leagues hating on Vegas, or the battlers out there. You know what I'm saying? Who should be getting booked out there that when it's events in Vegas? You can go ahead and check that out, man. You can go ahead and listen to it for yourself. All I know is that I asked the question. Was I wrong? Was what I was saying in the video, was I wrong? And there ain't a person around that could tell me, yeah. Ain't a person around that could tell me I was wilding or said something crazy. And even if they could, I still wouldn't give a fuck. Because it's my opinion based on what I seen. And you niggas deleting posts and trying to hide shit that you said ain't gonna help you. We done already cooked up on it. All right? But neither here nor there on that. Let's get to the topics today, man. Y'all can see in the title, we're talking about top 5 in the West. We're talking about bottom 5 in the West. Who's the best and who's the worst? Now I know this is the cliche, man. Top 10 rankings, man. This stuff gets done all the time, Nico. What's so different about this? Well, what's different about this is that for the entirety of 2024, I have not done one for the West Coast. Haven't done one. I've been asked several times this year, Nico, you need to get in that bag. You need to cook up. You need to talk to these niggas. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Get in that bag, Nico. Tell them what's what. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting that a lot. I've been getting that a whole lot this year. And I'll say this. The top 5 list was a little difficult because there's so many people I feel like this year that have been cooking up that it might have been necessary to have maybe a top 10. But I'm going to challenge myself over here and we're going to make a top 5. Now, the worst battle rappers over here, that's pretty easy to pinpoint. I think we all know who the most hidden people are over here. Some of y'all might call them trash, garbage, sanitation. I'll just say hidden. There are a lot of hidden characters over here, and we all pretty much know who those people are. Now, a couple of names might surprise you that I have on this list, but there's context to it. So I'll explain that when we get to it. Before we get there, though, just want to go ahead and do a few shout outs real quick, man. Salute to Cali Smooth School of Hard Bars. I see that they had their full flyer drop. We're going to definitely do predictions on that pretty soon to start, rolling out some content for that. I also seen they got a card in Vegas. I'm blanking on the name of the card, but salute and shout out. No real name on the card, Next on the card, I think Hansel on the card. You got a lot of people on the card. So I definitely want to salute that. We definitely going to cook up on that, do our due diligence, make sure that we go ahead and break that down properly. Also got the Turbulence card that I mentioned yesterday. We definitely going to start getting into the breakdowns of that. I know Thesaurus and Dimes is the battle that's been announced so far, so we definitely going to cook up once we get the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we here. And I want to, let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Let me see if I could pull this up on the screen. Let me see if I can pull this up on the screen. I don't know if I can or not, but let's see. Let's start off with that top 5 list. Snack King, what up, man? BP, what's going on, man? I definitely appreciate that, man. Salute. I've been seeing you killing, man. You've been cooking up with that content, man. Salute to you, man. Definitely major salute, man. But yeah, let me just get the honorable mentions out the way. There's a couple people I put in the honorable mentions because they weren't necessarily top 5, but I also didn't want to just leave them out. Right? My guy, Brett, man. Oh, I appreciate that. They mad at Nico. Listen, Brett, man, listen. They mad. They are. But we're going to get to that, and we're going to cook up on that. We're going to cook up on that. But top 5. So, honorable mentions. I have one guaranteed honorable mention, and there were a bunch of other names that I kind of... Because for this top 5, I left out the top tiers. We're not doing, obviously, Gotti, Rum Nitty, Danny Myers, I think, Emerson Kennedy. These are our top tiers, are people who are at the highest level. It's obvious they're doing what they're supposed to. That's obvious, right? We all know how they cook. We all know they work. They're at the highest level with the biggest battle. So we know a top 5 list, if you're including our top tiers, 3, 4, you already know who's going to be in them slots. So this is really about the grassroots, right? This is really for the grassroots section. So I got XP in my honorable mentions. I definitely want to salute XP. I seen him travel this year, seen him, get out there amongst the West and the grassroots circuit and put on. Definitely want to salute XP. Definitely want to shout out and salute to XP for sure. Another honorable mention for the year. Clutch. Gotta salute Clutch. That tournament run for Clutch. Right, he had the 2 battles in the tournament, and he finished it off with a battle versus Keith. That 3 battle run, we gotta show some love. We gotta show some love to that run. Definitely gotta show some love to that run. And I just want to make it clear, because when we had these tournaments, in the West, like we had Magnitude, and there really wasn't too much, impact in terms of how people in the West and outside the West really looked at that tournament, even though there was $10,000 on the line, even though it had a lot of the names that we wanted to see in a tournament that started at the beginning. A lot of people didn't want to give it its proper credit, so we're not going to do that with this one. We're going to give it its proper credit. This was a very competitive tournament, very competitive. We got some of the best work from these dudes, so we're going to salute that for sure. We're going to salute all of that. So Clutch, definitely want to show him some love. Like I said, XP, definitely want to show XP some love. You know what I'm saying? As well as people like Fate. Fate in the honorable mentions, definitely want to salute. Shout out to Fate. He's had a pretty good year. If I say somebody else, Royalty. I've been paying attention this year. Royalty got some work out there. He got some work. Whether you feel like he's been winning or losing, he been working. And I'm somebody who I salute the work. I don't care who's working, who doing what. I'ma salute it. So salute and shout out to Royalty for the work he done did this year. Right? Who else on the honorable mentions? I'm trying to think. Honorable mentions. That might be it. I don't want to give a whole bunch of honorable mentions. I might as well have done like a top 10, 15 list. We're going to stop there. We're going to stop there. I'll show Active some love too, because he was in the tournament. Basically, everybody was in the tournament. I'm going to show you some love, right? You know what I'm saying? Westworld, salute, shout out to Westworld. Battle Rap, you know what I'm saying? The tournament, the Elite 8 tournament, man. Next ended up winning at him and Foed Dev. Had a crazy, battle in the finals. You know what I'm saying? It definitely, for the West, I think that's the level of competition that's needed. I think we need more. I don't know if tournaments is necessarily the answer, but I think we need more battles over here with high stakes. You know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, bro, it's clear that a lot of people in the West get way too fucking friendly with each other and don't want to really go there. Like niggas want to, I'm not going to talk about this, or I'm not going to say this in the battle, or this is the homie, I'm not going to go here. It's like, homie, are you going to battle or not? I really want to cook up on that topic for real, but I'm going to do that when we get to some West to watch, when we get some real battles, so I can really break down and show examples of what I'm talking about. I hate when it's that too much friendly shit going on. Yeah, we all cool over here. We friends, all that. Yes, we are, for sure. Now, don't let me sound like I'm saying niggas shouldn't be friends with each other. I get it. But if you're going to put that friendly shit to get in the way of having actual quality classic battles, or battles that could be talked about, y'all stepping on the workout here. A lot of these matchups that's in the West could probably be mega matchups that could probably transcend to the national audience, but a lot of y'all are scared to go there with your quote unquote friend. No, we're in the same group. We're in the same crew. Some of y'all knew you was going to have to battle them, and you still joined the crew knowing that you ain't battled them yet. You should have got that out the way before joining any crew, if it was going to be that. But neither here nor there. I don't even want that. That's a whole nother topic I could cook up on. There's just some shit I be paying attention to out West that I ain't really feeling. But, I'm going to leave that alone. But let's get into the list, though, man. At number 5, these are the top 5 people to me. Now, I'm not saying these are the 5 best battle rappers in the West. Let me just put the context out here. These are the 5 people that I've been seeing this year that their work has been A1 for what they've been doing in this grassroots circuit. So obviously the Gottis aren't going to be on this list. There's no Rum Nitty. There's no Danny Myers. And we're not the source. All the top tiers are legends. They're not a part of this list. We're talking about the local West scene, the all-stars over there, people who are all-stars and been cooking up at that level, or the people who's trying to work their way to be that. You know what I'm saying? This is for them. So number 5, I got Kamikaze. Kamikaze has had a couple very impressive outings this year. His last one, most notably with Joe Maggi, where he caught a body. Caught a body. All right, we got to put that out. He caught a body. Right? That was whoo. Whoo. That was a body bag. You know what I'm saying? Started this year with Gutter. Was all right. Got the win. He definitely got the win. We ain't gonna act like he didn't win that battle. I don't know why there's some people out here who want to try and act like he lost that. He didn't lose that battle. He won that battle. So we're gonna salute that. I know he has one other battle. I'm blanking on the name at the moment. You know what I'm saying? I can't really think of the name in the moment, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kamikaze. Definitely want to show him his love. Next up at number 4. Number 4 on the list, I got Eli Demir. And Eli probably could have been a little bit higher on this list, but he did take a couple losses this year, and one of them was a bad loss to somebody who had no business losing to. So that's why I have him at number 4 and not higher. But Eli Demir, man, he's had a lot of work this year. Eli Demir has had a lot of work this year. Dude, he been working. I mean, I've seen him on at least, 9, 10 different flights. This dude's been everywhere this year. For sure, everywhere. So I just tell y'all some of the names. Cut Eastwood in Chicago. He battled D.I. the Henny Man this year. He's battled Hustle this year. He's battled Saga this year. He has a lot of battles, man. A lot of work. And again, I salute people when they work. We always talk about, hey, we want people to get out here and show the work. Gotta show it. Now, the reason he is at 4 and he's not ranked higher, you can't lose a 1-round battle to Bread. And not just you can't lose a 1-round battle to Bread, you can't recycle Li. You thought we wasn't gonna catch it? Can't be recycling and we can't be losing. Now let's say like this. If it's a good battle and people say, oh, they might have had Bread winning, okay, cool. Still, you shouldn't be losing because you're supposed to be superior, but I'll let it get through customs, right? Getting smoked in a battle by Bread? That's flagrant. That's flagrant work. And we're going to go ahead and add that to that. So that's why he's not any higher than number 4. But still top 5 in terms of what I've been looking at this year, what's been impressing me, who's really been out here cooking up. You said it's the Hot 9-7 count. Listen, that I don't want to say it count because it does count. It does, right? But I'm specifically going to the battling side. Now, if we're just talking about stock-wise, yeah, now this is like a stock rise list, which I will be bringing back. I ain't made this announcement yet, but I guess we here. I will be bringing back the stock rise and stock drop list. I will be bringing that back at the end of the year. So going into next year, I definitely will have a top 5 on the stock rise and a stock drop list. I will have that. So we'll definitely be adding that for something like that for sure. He said a lot of niggas died the same way. Look, a lot of people died the same way, Brad, but I'm saying somebody of LI caliber, we expect more, right? We expect more. If you've shown a certain level of performance, a certain level of highlights, certain level of haymakers, certain level of rapping, certain level of consistency, then when you pull up on somebody who at the time, Brad, we're going to keep it real, you didn't have no stock at that time. Everybody was writing you off. Everybody and their mama thought, hey, man, this ain't, yeah, his last year was dope. He was cooking up all last year for sure, but it didn't really mean anything. Niggas wasn't really trying to give you no credit because they was like, well, look at the names. LI was supposed to be the stamp, and a name of LI caliber should not be losing that bad. You can lose a battle, as I said. If it's a good battle and people say, you know what I'm saying, he lost, I'm cool with that. Getting bodied almost, like he got smoked. That wasn't no, like, he got smoked. That's where I say there's something wrong with it, right? But again, salute to us, LI. So the whole Northwest is number 1 except Mello and MT. Northwest definitely got some work out there, man. Northwest got a lot of work. Now, I will say this. Because we don't, it's more so you'll see it with the award show than you will see it with anything else. There'll be a lot more representation in terms of the names and the people who have been working this year. We're definitely accounting for everything. And while we're even on the topic of the Northwest, we definitely got to say Forever Young, the event. That's going to be one of the events of the year. RIP Young Nate. Definitely want to put that out there because that was an impactful event early, very early. So a lot of people might have forgot, but there's an impactful event very early. A lot of, matchups out there and whatnot. So we definitely going to have that. But for this list, I didn't have anybody particularly from the Northwest that were more of my honorable mentions. But there's definitely, when we talk about awards and we talk about looking at the full body of work and breaking stuff down from that perspective, they're definitely going to be in the mix. They're definitely going to be in the running. So salute and shout out to everybody out that way. So yeah, LI at number 4. And let's see. At number 3, we have Foet Dev. Now, losing in the tournament finals and choking the way he did in the tournament finals cost him. If he just lost his battle, right? He just had a judge loss. He might have been number 2. But if you choke the way that you did choke with the loss, it counts again. So that's why he's not higher than 3. But the year is still the year, man. I mean, come on now, bro. Active, you know what I'm saying? First round. I mean, his tournament run is ridiculous. I mean, you get Active in the first round, right? You get Keese in the second round, and then you get Next in the finals. That right there alone, that was the toughest strength of schedule, in my opinion, the entire tournament. I think that was the toughest path right there, easily. And a hell of a performance with Next. Honestly, that's literally his. If he just times himself right where he's about to choke, that's literally his best performance he's ever had in his life. And that level right there is what I think could take him beyond just being a West All-Star. I think Dev has top tier potential. That performance showed me there's some, if he can get in that bag and find that every battle, he has top tier potential. For sure, in my opinion. But we are going to, the penalty is he's at 3. Top 3 still. Hell of a year. Also battled Coffee, you know what I'm saying, recently. Shout out to that battle. It wasn't as clear as what y'all make it. Coffee, if y'all have Coffee winning, let's calm down with these 30 narratives. It wasn't clear. I might even had Dev edge in the battle when I first watched it. I got to go back and watch it again. But it's a good battle. It's a close battle. It's a good battle, man. So that complete year for Dev, I definitely want to salute that because he's somebody who, sometimes he be, I'm in love with this battle rap shit. I'm locked in, I'm focused. And other times he be like, man, I'm up out of here. I'm done with this shit. I'm retired. So we got to salute and show people love when they cook up like that, man, because that's major. So salute to Dev. That was great work all year. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that choke, you know what I'm saying? In the active battle, too, you had a choke there, but also the choke in the championship. I thought this is most of your best work of your career. You definitely were wilding. So I definitely want to salute and shout out to that. Now, let's get to... Absolutely, man. RIP to Boom, man, for sure, man, my bro. RIP to him, for sure, man. This year took a toll on the West, man. Yeah, man. Let's get to it though, man. Number two, I got Hansel. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. He lost his first round matchup versus Keese. To a lot of y'all, it was an upset. To me, I predicted Keese to win the battle because I thought he had everything he needed in terms of stylistically, the approach, everything you would need to go ahead and win that particular matchup. But he was still good in that battle. We're not gonna act like he was hidden. He wasn't trash in the battle. He was good. So we got that. But the other side of that too, and we have to go ahead and put this out here, man. His run outside the West has been A1. He been cooking up, man. He has been cooking up. So we're definitely gonna show love to Handsome, man. Franchise is on that resume. Definitely want to salute that. He did battle Joe Mozzie in a 1-rounder. He been around. He gave the West a couple battles. You know what I'm saying? But outside the West is where I think as well he leveled that playing field, and his performances as the year has been going on, his performances have gotten better and better and better. I think as he continues to rap, as he continues to improve, I think that's where we'll see those fine-tuned, like getting more polished with the craft and the rapping. You know what I'm saying? But I got him at number 2. Definitely want to salute and shout out his year. And at number 1, I think it should be obvious to anybody, man. It's Next. Tournament winner. But let's just talk about outside the tournament, man. He been listen, he been whooping. He been putting foot to ass all year, man. He bodied 111. He just got through 30 in Max Taylor badly. You know what I'm saying? He has a battle with Pass that's a very good battle. It's one of the better battles we've had this year, for sure. One of the better battles we had this year. So salute and shout out to that. He's been working. He's traveling everywhere, nonstop. The man got another battle coming up next week. This man battling damn near every other week. This man has been cooking. What you mean no keys? Brad, what you mean no keys? What you mean? I mentioned Keys earlier, didn't I? Or did I not mention Keys? Because Keys definitely is on the list. Did I not mention Keys? Did I not mention Keys? I thought I did, but if I didn't, if I messed up and I didn't mention Keys, that's my fault. That's my fault. I might be the error on my fault, on my part, right? But yeah, Keys year's definitely been cold. All right. Now he do have a few losses that cost him having a higher rank, in my opinion. But no, he's definitely of the top 5 to 10 variety for sure. Absolutely. Matter of fact, if I didn't, then this would be on me. He'd take Kamikaze spot. Kamikaze could dip to the honorable mentions, and Keys could be at 5 for sure. Absolutely. I thought I mentioned Keys. That's why I kept moving on. I thought I'd already mentioned him. But if I didn't, that's on me. I appreciate the correction. Keys is absolutely in my top 5 for this year in terms of what's been impressing me out here in the West, for sure. I mean, the tournament by itself had arguably the performance, one of the top 3 performances of the tournament, arguably has the best battle of the tournament. He got Nitty on the resume, which we give him credit for a win versus Nitty. He got Trez on the resume. He did lose to Trez, but he got Trez. He got another name on the resume, so he got Trez. Keith's been working. We not haters over here, man. I don't want people to be thinking that we hating or Keith's definitely. You know what I'm saying? He definitely should be of the 5. And to keep it real, if I keep looking at this list, he gonna be at 5. You know what I'm saying? Him and Li 4 and 5, I think right there should be good. Even if you say, okay, put him where Dev is, I have an issue ranking somebody. If you battle somebody one-on-one in a judge battle and y'all have had close to equally good years, I have an issue with putting you ahead of somebody you clearly lost to in a judge win. I have an issue with that. All right. But outside of that, even 4 or 5 for sure. Oh, my bad. Hey, then that's my bad, because I'm looking at the list right now, and Keith's name is definitely in this top 5. That might have been on me. I might have worded that a little foul. That's on me. My apologies. You know what I'm saying? And Keith, if you listening, that's on me, my good brother. That's my fault. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, now Keith's definitely 4 or 5. You put him there. But yeah, it'd be Keith, Eli, Dev, Hansel. You know what I'm saying? I know that the conversation is going to be, well, how does Hansel get a higher mark than Keith? You know what I'm saying? By the same logic, he shouldn't be that high. I say that outside of the West work is where I put Hansel that high. I think Keith in the Nitty battle, the Trez battle, his work outside the tournament, that's where I think he gets the 4 or 5 mark, because those are your 2 biggest battles of the year. And to me, those are your 2 weakest performances of the year. You were better versus Hansel, you were better versus Dev, and you were better versus Clutch. And that shouldn't be the case. If I gave you them 5 names, your opponents for a year, the top 2 performances you're going to put down on paper is going to be Nitty and it's going to be Trez. Everybody is going to be in unison. Those should be the best 2. And those are the worst 2. That's why I put him at 4. Let's say you put him at 4. That's why he would be there. Right. But still a good year. We're not going to act like it's not a good year. He's going to be in contention again to try to get another Battler of the Year. What was it? Grassroots Battler of the Year last year. He cleaned up all the awards last year. So he's going to be right there in contention again. You know what I'm saying? He definitely going to be in contention again. So we definitely want to salute that. But I just like how Hansel, bounced back. That was early. Now, I think it also benefits Hansel that battle happened as early as it did. So then he was able to kind of have a bounce back, portion of the year, where the rest of the year he can kind of cook up from that point. So I think that's another thing too. Right. But yeah, that's my list, top 5. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know what a lot of people want to hear. Nico, the top 5 is cool. We need to hear this bottom 5. We need to hear who are the hiddens. Who are these people? Now, context is everything. This list is not going to be just who are the 5 most hidden people, because that will be a very easy list to have. Some of the hiddens that we know are of that very, very specific and particular variety. They didn't battle this year. So even though we know that they are literally the most hidden, even though we know they are literally of that variety, I can't put them on the list because they ain't had no work. So you had to have some work this year. You had to. At least 2 battles. At least 2 of them. Right? At least 2 of them things. You had to, in my opinion. You had to. Right? So we're gonna break this list down. Now, again, I said context is everything. There was one person everything I just said goes out the window because I had to add this nigga to the list. Alleyway Bug, you damn near should be number 1 on this list, but you should. And maybe you might be number 2, number 3. Alleyway Bug gotta be the most hidden nigga who don't got a battle. He might be. He might be. Because he done did a lot of hidden stuff this year. He literally was hidden for a battle he was supposed to have. He literally went hidden for a battle he was supposed to have. I'm not making this up. I'm not creating something out of nowhere. The man literally went hidden for a battle he was supposed to have. Now, again, I did say you got to have at least a couple battles. We want to judge people who actually had work this year. I understand that. But I'm sorry. He was hidden character of the year 1 year. So somebody like that, they're going to get put on the list regardless. Now, let's get to the rest of this list. All right. Now, because I want to make sure this is ordered properly, right? So certain people, like this person here, does not have 2 battles, but the way he got bodied, he has to be on this list. He has to be. Triple One. I know, free game. Y'all don't want to hear this. I know you like Nico. Stalling Mal. Come on, Nico. You tripping? Free game. We gotta talk about it. That next battle was one of the biggest body bags of this year in the West. It might be the biggest body bag this year. It might be. It's at least in the top 3 body bags of the year in the West. It's up there. And we not gonna lie, we know what the conversation was leading into that battle. Not that anybody was thinking or saying, oh, he's about to win, but a lot of people was looking highly and thinking, oh, this is how you're going to springboard start your year. And that battle ended the year effectively. In a lot of ways, it effectively ended the year. It's a free game here for all the bullshit. Look, I'm saying, listen, I know I said at least 2 battles. So look, that's 2 people I have on the list that might not have had 2 battles, but hey, there's no way I can leave off somebody who's going to be in the running for being body bag of the year. You can't be left off a list. You say he had bars that hit. This ain't a recap. This ain't me giving a bar for bar breakdown. He had bars that hit.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Lucky, I'm trying to start you out, Lucky. You might get added to this list before this damn podcast is over. We might, I don't know, the crowd, huh? Supporters. Do we need to add Lucky? Hold it down. Huh? All I was saying was that a man got bodied, and it might be the biggest body bag of the year. He has to be on the list, just strictly because of that. I'm leaving him alone after that. I'm leaving all of that alone. I am. All right, I'm leaving it alone. I was just saying. All right. Oh man, where was I, man? Now I done lost my damn train of thought. Man. Hold on. Oh, bottom 5. The five worst people. Now, this is not, you are literally the worst of the worst, like I said, because we know that there are other people, Psychedelic being one of them. I pretty much could add him to this list. He's an all-time hidden. There's a bunch of people who are about it. They are all-time hidden. We know who the all-time hiddens are. We know how they get down. We're not going to add them just because. I added Boog just because he literally did something of the most hidden variety on an event that I was running. So that's why he's here. And because he's damn near a 2-time winner of being Hidden Character of the Year. So if you've won 2 awards for being hidden, damn it, you're going to be of the bottom 5 variety. R.I.P. Young Nate, facts. Salute, man. BA, what up, man? Definitely was talking about that earlier, man. Definitely salute to the event Forever Young. I know it happened a lot earlier in the year, so a lot of people kind of forgot about it and kind of did, a lot of battle rap happened since then, but definitely want to salute that, man. That was major. You know what I'm saying? And, rest in peace to Young Nate, man. Definitely a legend. You know what I'm saying? The culture, so definitely want to, salute to that. King Rowe, what up, man? We're talking about the bottom 5 in the West. Now, I'm just going to get to it because I seen that he was in here. So we're just going to say it. Bread is on this list. Now, Bread is at number 5. because he could be like an honorable mention. But I have to say this because I didn't get I wasn't doing media yet, so I didn't get a recap for him and Ratchet. I didn't get a chance to do it. But he's on here for one reason and one reason only. You cannot follow up a performance like you had with Eli the Mayor and raising your stock by going out there and getting cooked by Ratchet. And let's take out the word cook. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, somebody says, Nico, he didn't get cooked. He just fucked up in the battle. You cannot follow up a battle with the biggest name of your career to that point. A1 work. You cannot follow that up with a fuck up. And you were about, I don't think the event was in Dino, but it might have been as close to the Dino as you're gonna get an event. I know it was in the IE. I know it had to have been in the IE somewhere, Riverside somewhere. You cannot follow up. You cannot. So Bread is on this list strictly because of that. I don't think Bread is of the hidden variety anymore. I don't. But for right now, until he get back for the Ratchet battle, he is on the top 5, the bottom 5 list, because strictly you cannot follow up that LI performance and battle with what you did versus Ratchet. Can't happen. Can't happen. You know what I'm saying? No, Brad, and we gave you your credit last year. You was on the body bag list last year. You had one of the biggest body bags last year. You actually had 2 battles that were of that variety. We gave you full credit when you had that. We're talking about 2024. Again, I told you I don't think you're hidden. Now, if I thought you was hidden, if I literally just thought, oh no, Brad hidden, he ain't got no type of potential, no type of talent, nothing. It'd be a whole different type of dialogue going on. Matter of fact, it might not even be a dialogue because I might not even mention shit. This is strictly because of how you followed the LI battle. We had this conversation numerous times, Brad. You know this. You cannot follow up that battle with anything less than what you brought to LI. I told you this personally, and you agreed. So this ain't just putting you on a list just to have you on a list. No, this is strictly because I literally told you what you cannot do. You said, Nico, it's not going to happen. I'm going to go up in here. I'm going to cook up with this dude. You have been promoing that battle leading up to it. You've been talking your shit the way you talk your shit. And then we get to the battle and it's not what it's supposed to be. That's why. Brad, I promise you, if Kamikaze go out there after Joe Maggi and his next battle, he get bodied, he'll be in my bottom 5 list too. You go out there and smoke somebody. I don't want to say Joe Maggi because Joe Maggi is not on the level of Eli the Mayor. So let's say after he perfect example. When Kamikaze went out there and y'all told me, which I didn't agree, y'all told me Kamikaze won versus Clutch. I didn't agree, but y'all told me that. That's what the West said. The West said that, right? So when the West told me that, I said, oh, okay. Y'all told me that this nigga won this battle. What's his next battle? The Jack battle? Guess what happened to that nigga? He went out of them, best rookie, best conversation. He was completely out of them conversations, and his next battle is versus Gutta. So he got penalized badly. He didn't get away with it. We kept all the energy with him. I'm very consistent. I keep energy with everybody. I'm very consistent. If nothing else, if you don't think I'm a fair nigga, cool. If you don't think, you know what I'm saying, I give fair, justified critiques, cool. I'm consistent though. When I stand on what I say, what I mean, and mean what I say. I do not backtrack. That is the only reason you're on this list. Now, besides that, you being on this list, at number one, it should go without saying, Joe Maggi. Joe Maggi, I don't know what in God's name this year was. I have no idea what this year was. I have no idea because it starts off with a very bland, regular in a bad way, not regular squad, because there's dope, people up. of generic, okay, all right performance versus Shy Dog, it already starts off bad there. It does, right? Starts off bad there, but then we got to get past that battle. We got to get past that battle, right? So we go from that battle, then we have Hansel, right? It's a 1-round battle. I don't know how much impact we're gonna put on that particular battle, but it's there. It's a 1-rounder. Y'all know I hate 1-round battles. So if you're gonna have a 1-round battle and you're battling a name, I always say you gotta smoke a nigga to get impact. Brad smoked Eli Demir, he gets impact from that battle. No, Brad went out there and just had a okay, solid, decent battle. He would get no credit for the Eli battle. But the fact he went out there and smoked him, he did what he was supposed to do and beyond. He took full advantage of the opportunity. He gonna get some credit. Joe Mozzie went out there with Hansel. Wasn't no smoking going on. It was cool. It was cool. But it wasn't what at that point, I need one. That wasn't it. As time's going on with that battle, Hansel winning that battle clear and clear as time goes on. But then we got to go to the real reason why Joe Mozzie is number 1 on this list, because all that being said, the 1-rounders don't count to Nico, and we got to get to the point where we talk about you go to battle Kamikaze. It's in Sacramento, but it's in Northern California, so people are going to say you were at home. Doesn't make sense because you weren't technically in the Bay Area, but people are going to say it was in NorCal, you was in Free Games home, city. It got to be, right? You cannot. Okay, you lose in the battle, okay, Kamikaze is very talented. So if you just lose the battle, cool. You lose the battle clear, not what we were expecting, but if you get through it and you had some shit, but it's just okay, 2-1 clear, okay. A 30, it's bad. A 30 is bad. That's bad. So if you just get 30, it's bad, but you still got some, you might be able to say, you know what, you get bodied. You get bodied? Oh, that's a whole different level. And that's up there for biggest body bag of the year. And honestly, it might fuck around and win body bag of the year strictly because it's a 3-round battle. In the 1-1 battle, he got body, but it was a 1-rounder. So he can say, well, sure, it's a 1-round battle. This person got body for 3 rounds. We'll have them debates when it's time to have them debates, but dog. Like I said, this list wasn't going to be a literal, you're the worst of the worst, but in terms of the most disappointed I've been this year, in terms of, man, you haven't been doing your fucking job this year, man. You've been fucking up this year. Man, you ain't on your shit. Bottom 5 list, you definitely got to be number 1 on there because ain't no way in fucking hell after the shit that you had to go through the previous year. Peas, brother, and all that shit. And had to work your way back from that shit to get into the card that you had with Shy Dog this year, to get into the point where you get a Hansel battle. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be on a rooftop. I don't know if that was a rooftop news. I don't know if that was a rooftop. Might have been the black top. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about a rooftop. I don't know if it was. It could be. I don't know. But at home in the Bay. To go into Sacramento and getting bodied like that, no. No. Hell no. So that is why I have Joe Mozzie at number 1. And those are my 2 lists, man. And I'm gonna be honest, this is really just off the top. I wrote it down. Like I wrote the names down that I knew I was generally gonna have ranked. but I didn't have like a particular order until, we get on the show and it's like, okay, well, I know who's number one. I could go from there, right? And just think about the years on the fly. But man, it's been a lot of good work this year from a lot of people. And then some of y'all have had a lot of bad work. And I'm going to be honest, there's probably a lot of people that I'm missing that should be on this that ain't on this. Yeah, we definitely going to refine that list. Power rankings will be back next year, starting with the first event in January. We're going back to the old school system where there will be a point system. You'll be able to keep track of the point system. The point system will be very understandable. Everything will be counted. We're going back to the essence. We're going back to the old school. Easy to follow, easy to understand. You'll see exactly where you are. And Joe, I know of a matchup. I've heard some whispers of a matchup you have in the future. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about 2025. I think that would be your way of erasing exactly what I just said. But I can't speak on what that is, but you know what that is as well as I know what that is. That's your chance, because the thing about battle rap is a new year kind of changes everything. Like if you had a bad year the previous year, you get into this next year and you start cooking up, it changes shit. Especially if you get names and you change shit versus a name. It only takes one battle for people to change their whole opinion. It only takes one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be looking at that, man. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Hidden Podcast. We back every Sunday while football season is going on. It'll be every Sunday, 4 p.m. You know what I'm saying? It'll be somewhere in that block. Definitely appreciate everybody that pulled up and supported, man. If y'all can, man, hit the like, all that good stuff for your boy. Appreciate y'all supporting, showing love, all that good stuff, man. I'm up out of here. I'll be hollering at y'all tomorrow. Peel Your Cap Radio is back, and we back on Blog Talk Radio time. So those of y'all who know what that means, you know what you about to get tomorrow. But we back on that time tomorrow. Peel Your Cap Radio, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. We gonna be live. You know what I'm saying? But until then, man, I'm up out of here. As always, like my brother Ledge would say, keep it battle rap, and I always say keep it West.